When we started our work with America's Second Harvest, I was really shocked and saddened to learn that there are 12.9 million children in the U.S. under the age of 12 who are either hungry or at risk of hunger. That's 29% of the kids in that population base. America's Second Harvest, like US Foodservice, is a national organization that acts locally. Their mission is to confront the enormous challenge of reducing hunger in the U.S. Most importantly, our commitment is to involve all of our associates in facing this enormous challenge. These activities will take a variety of forms, from our Recipes from the Heart cookbook, to our Drive Away Hunger golf tournament, to local food drives, and local efforts to raise money for local food banks across the United States.
Here is a cookbook that can be distributed, sold, marketed within the local marketplaces at food shows, within friends, families, and the contributions that we get associated with that cookbook go directly to fight hunger in the communities in which we serve. I can't think of anything more valuable for all of us than to try to help those less fortunate have something like a hot meal for themselves and their families on any given day. We're in the food business. This is something that has food all over it, and we are in the business of hospitality and taking care of people, feeding people, and here is a nice offshoot of that.
I'm retired now. I'm on a fixed income. I just appreciate the food bank being here, available to me and my family.
These days, in my present state, I'm grateful for any place that will help me with food, because that's what I need.
It's very important that we support our local food banks. America's Second Harvest has 85% of the country covered with local food banks. And I think it's important that we align ourselves with them. And one of the ways that we can do that is to raise funds on a local basis. We have an opportunity to do this either from a one-time contribution, or if you would like, you can sign up for payroll deduction. Our goal is to raise $250,000 across the country. All of this money will go to your local food bank and support those individuals that are in need of food in your community.
So, do you like coming here?
Yes,
Yeah? Why?
because it's fun to eat
Yeah? What's your favorite thing to eat?
chicken.
We as a company and we as people have a moral responsibility to try to share with people less fortunate than ourselves in our communities in any way that we can possibly help them feed their families. I would also like to challenge each division to get involved in a local food drive. I think that if we all get involved during a short period of time and address the needs of our local food banks, bring them the kinds of food that they need at that point in time, we can have a huge impact on the hunger situation all the way across the country. And this is a time for us to really shine as a company and really do some help for our communities.
The US Foodservice Drive Away Hunger initiative culminates in September of this year with our goal of having our best customers and vendors meet with our division presidents for a golf outing in Chicago. This will cap off a year in which we're attempting to raise $1 million on behalf of hunger efforts around the country. Everyone in the company, everyone in the divisions, and the division leadership can participate in helping make this successful. From the division presidents, with our vendors and our customers, driving golf balls and having a fun event that actually is creating value for the Drive for Hunger, to the cookbook efforts that we've got going on in each and every division to, in fact, raise funds for this initiative as well. And what we want to do is look back at the end of the year and find out that we have delivered the $1 million that we wanted to for the Drive for Hunger campaign on behalf of all the communities and those folks that are less fortunate than us in our organization and in our geographies in which we operate.
I think all of us need each other, and that's what we're here for, to help one another.
To me, as a person, it means being able to give back to the communities where we live and work and help those that aren't as fortunate as we are, and to try to make our communities better places in which to live and support those who need the help.
What I hope comes from this program is that we're able to raise these funds for America's Second Harvest to do our part to solve the problem of hunger. But even more importantly, we're building a culture here at US Food Service. One of the aspects of that culture is the support that we bring to the community.
When we talk about being a partner beyond the plate, I believe this goes beyond just the ordinary activities within the division and involves our communities. Here with the Full Plates, Full Lives program that we have at US Food Service, for the first time in our knowledge in the industry, we're going to raise $1 million on behalf of hunger initiatives around the country. I can't think of anything more valuable to all of us than helping those less fortunate to have a full meal on their plate, something that they can have for their families.
Well, I'd like to challenge every person in my region to take part in this drive. I think we have two ways we can do this. First, we can support the cookbook. It's a fabulous product. It's something we can give to our customers. We can give to our employees as a recognition for the hard work that they do. And it gives two messages. One, that we value you as a customer or an employee. But secondly, is that we support something that is very, very important as corporate citizens.
In the Southeast, we always like to be very competitive in whatever we want to do. And I would ask the people in the Southeast to challenge the folks in the North and in the West. And let's make sure that we have kind of a competitive activity, that we try to encourage our fellow associates to participate and raise really more than $250,000.
As president of North Star, I'm asking all the associates to join me in being a champion of the Full Plates, Full Lives initiative to drive away hunger in their communities in which they work and live.
The longer I'm in business, I think the greater I realize the importance of giving back to the communities in which we serve. And that means every associate, every marketplace, everyone's involved in trying to drive something that gives back to the communities in which we operate and help people in those communities improve their lives.
This initiative for the company is extremely important, and we don't want it just to be a company initiative. We want it to be involving all of our associates. So it doesn't really matter, what your job is. You could be a delivery driver, you could be a warehouse person, you could be an accounts receivable clerk, a salesperson, whatever your job is. We want to solicit everybody to join us in this campaign to reduce hunger in America, and we can do that by helping America's Second Harvest.
Our efforts to support America's Second Harvest are really important. Please join me in accepting the challenge to raise $1 million on behalf of America's Second Harvest. Do your part to help reduce hunger in the United States. Thanks very much.